In the build show today, we're talking 1-hour rated fire assemblies. If you're a builder who's building in the wildland urban interface, you most likely are figuring out how to build these 1-hour rated assemblies to meet code and to make sure your houses are protected. Now, in the build show today, we're gonna show you 2 different assemblies that are gonna meet that code, but guess what? We're not gonna have to use exterior gypsum, and we can use whatever cladding we want on the outside of the house as well. Now, a critical part of this componentry you're going to see behind me to get there is a product called FirePoint. This is a sheathing product made of the wood substrate that has a coating on the outside that has intumescent technology. We tested it on the build show about a year ago, and I was shocked that it went no problem for an hour with direct flame on it, and the wood behind it did not catch fire. In this video, we're going to show you how to use that FirePoint sheathing, and we're gonna do it in a way that's a little different though. These brand new ICC reports outline some methods for getting some air sealing and some water tightness that are new. The people at Arcland have heard us asking for an even better assembly when it comes to air and water sealing, and that's exactly what we're gonna show you today on these 2 mock-up walls. Today's build show is sponsored by Arcland. Let's get going. Okay guys, let's talk fire-rated assemblies. Now, here's the deal. We as builders are used to seeing these ICC reports. We need them oftentimes when we're getting permits. We definitely need them when we're out with inspectors on the job site. So make sure you have these on the job. If you go to the website, firepoint.arcland.com, there's a resources page that's gonna have all the current ICC reports. There may be some additional ones in there because they're continually testing, getting feedback from us, their builder market. So make sure you go to that resource page to get the latest information. But the first one I want to point out is this one, ESR 5116. And if you go to page 2 on here, it's going to show you that you can do installation with sealants as an optional, with the idea being these 5 sealants that they've listed here are compatible with this 1-hour rated assembly. Now, as builders, we've used a lot of different things in the job for fire blocking, we've used fire foam, but remember, this is a rated assembly. This isn't like an interior wall that you're using fire foam to seal a wire hole. This is a really big deal. We've got to use the products that have been tested by the manufacturer and approved that testing by the ICC. So go to this report, there's 5 different options. So we've got 2 mock-up walls going for this today. The first one is an assembly that also has a report. This is ICC design number 1496-01. What you're seeing here is the FirePoint is facing to the exterior. You and I are on the outside of the house. This is the sheathing right here. And by the way, they do sell this in other sizes. We frame this with 4x8 FirePoint. You can get 4x9 and 4x10 as well. But this is a pretty standard detail, right? We've been building with plywood and OSB sheathing for years. The framer doesn't have to do anything differently to install this. This is very straightforward. Now you're gonna notice though, on this assembly, if you go to page 2 of this, the components, the wood framing is 2x4 framing. So if I look at the back side of this, looks like regular framing to me, and I'm seeing the back side of the FirePoint. That's the plywood substrate in this case. It also could be an OSB substrate, depending on which product you buy. Here's where things get different though. If you go down to number 3 here on exterior sheathing, it says, optionally, for air sealing purposes only, the vertical and horizontal joints between the panels, and by the way, we need to maintain an 1/8" gap in between these to allow for expansion. Those joints can be sealed with any one of those 5 fire stop caulkings. Now, as a builder, this is the one that I've seen the most over the years. It's kind of the universal version. You're gonna see it even has in the label here that this one's red. We typically, when we see red caulking on the job site, kind of know instinctively that that's a fire caulk. But some of these others have different colors. Those are also approved. So if you use one of those, just make sure you've got your report and you keep it so you can show your inspector to say, yes, this is part of that approved assembly. So in this case, for air sealing purposes, anywhere I've got a joint, or if I make a penetration, right? If I put a hose bib in this wall, if I've got my AC line set sticking through here, I'm gonna make sure that I use this. A little point for my builder friends out there from a wise builder. Don't let the guys break out the Sawzall to cut those holes. We want the smallest hole that's going to work with the pipe or with the wire that we're going to use, so that when we seal this, it's not going to take a lot of sealant, and that's going to give us the best fire resistance in the future as well. Pretty straightforward from there. Once that's dried, we're going to cover this with whatever flavor of WRB that we want to, but we can just use a standard mechanically attached. We can use the white flavor, we can use the blue flavor, whatever you want, because that's just dealing with water then. It doesn't deal with the air. The fire caulk that we used on the seams or the penetrations is going to deal with the air sealing for us. Okay, next up, we've got another wall assembly here, which from the front side looks like a standard wood construction wall. So this assembly here is actually 1496-04. Again, this is right on the ICC design, and if we follow this, per this design, we have a 1-hour rated assembly. Now from this side, it looks like a standard framed wall. We don't know what's going on, but if we go inside the house and look back, we're saying, oh, I've got 2x6 framing, and the fire point facing is now facing the framing. Here's the deal. We're following basically each one of the layers on this report, and you're going to see at the very top here, this framing does require a 2x6 framing, and we're also going to do something a little different with the insulation as well. The first wall we looked at, there was a 2x4 wall. We could use regular fiberglass insulation, but this one on this report, it calls out as R21 minimum. We actually could go R23 if we want to. There are some manufacturers that make that for a 2x6. But this is a mineral wool insulation. So now we're not going to use fiberglass or spray foam or some other type. We've got to use a mineral wool insulation. And then either assembly on the back side of that, the final finish, is going to be 5/8 Type X drywall. Please, Lord, don't let us get our houses exposed to fire, but we've got to do this fire-rated assembly. But you know what's going to happen day after day, year after year? Our houses are going to have to withstand both wind and water. And that's why I like this assembly, because it probably goes the furthest, in my mind, in my opinion, when it comes to both water and air sealing. So what you're seeing here is optional, and this is the weather-resistive barrier. On this side, we're actually doing a two-step process. We've treated the joints and the seams. We've treated any big knot holes and all the nail holes with a product that's going to seal those. And then we're going to come in with a full fluid applied and roll on our water and air barrier on the outside of that. Now we just did half on this assembly just to kind of show you what it's going to look like. But what I wanted to do on this video was show you, hey, we can use FirePoint, not have to use exterior gypsum, use whatever exterior cladding we want, and both of these assemblies will yield that 1-hour fire rating. That's really, really important to make sure our houses are protected. You know, at FirePoint, their motto is stall flames, save lives. And I've really liked working with these guys. They've got some incredible technology. You know, this FirePoint material took almost a decade of research in the lab to try and figure out how to resist those flames, but do it with a product that makes sense for us as builders. So use these two assemblies and consider going to that next level of not just fire resistance, but both air tightness and water resistance as well. Lastly, remember, whenever you're watching this video, there may be some updates to the website which all of this data came from, which is firepoint.arcland.com, and you can download all these reports, but there might be some new ones. I know that they're working on some new assemblies, some new products that might be a part of those assemblies, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, guys, if you're not currently a subscriber, hit that subscribe button below. You know I love talking about all these great assemblies and how to build a better house. And I know you guys that are in, for instance, the rebuild zones or building in the fire zones, this video really hits home for you. I wanted to give you some really good nitty-gritty details. Be sure to contact FirePoint if you have some questions. They have great people. They have very technical people that can help you both source the material or make sure that you're building an assembly that's going to meet code and also be watertight and airtight. With that being said, guys, hit that subscribe button below. We've got new content here every single Friday. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.